Kick It Podcast. And as always, this is your host, Ones. And as always, this is your host, Ones.
Yo, what's up? Yeah. What's up? This is Really Kick It Podcast, episode 20. And as always, this is your host, Ones. And we are back, man. We are back. It's been a lot of life going on and a couple things going on, but you can't be taken off the path if you want to succeed, right? So we back. We got the topics. I got some things I want to talk about. One of the things I feel super passionate about because I lived through it, and it speaks directly to my life, right? So, but I'm going to put that on the tail, and we're going to get to these other two things first. First, we want to get to Little Zay Osama. Little Zay Osama is a rapper. I think he's from Chicago, right? He got a nice little following, doing good for himself. Little Zay Osama and his friends get it in their head that they want to kidnap somebody and try to force them to exchange they crypto or give it to their crypto or some shit like that, and that was going to be that. They all in jail now fighting a kidnapping case and all kind of other charges. What are we getting the money for, man? I'm telling you, the podcast ain't going to change because the same shit keep happening. The same shit keep happening. We keep finding out the niggas with the money ain't really got the money like they say they got the money. Because if you got the money like you say you got the money, what are you doing stupid shit like this for? What are you doing stupid shit like this for? He may not have all the money in the world, but he got enough that I know that he doesn't need to be doing this with the homies. And if your homies is bringing you shit like this and you already making legal money in the house you live in and the cars you live in, it all came from legal money, not illicit money, and they're bringing you to things that could make you illegal money, those are not your friends. I'm just going to guard on the limb and say it. Once I see you making a legal dollar, if you're making $10,000 legal and I'm making $30,000 illegal, your money is better than mine. I'm going to guard on the limb and say it. That money is better than mine because you're going to be able to do more with that money than I could do with my money. You're going to end up like Big Meech if you want that money. The Fed's going to take what they take, and then the Fed, the people you had, your shit in their name, all of them going to walk away from you. That's illegal money. That's how it goes. It goes the same for everybody. Vlad done had a bunch of ex-drug dealers, kingpins on his platform that all told the same story from different places. From San Francisco, the Bay Area, you got Little D telling the same story that this dude is telling, and he from Compton, and Compton is telling you, you can't put nothing in nobody's name because you don't have no say after that. They could go left or right, and what you going to do? You going to get violent with them? So you put yourself in a blender. All because you wanted to do something other than get legal money, which Little Zay Osama was getting. He was able to do for his moms. He was able to do for his kids. He was able to do for all these people because of legal money and because he wanted to be a part of the street culture or fall victim to the peer pressure at the age he is with the success he's had. Now they're all in jail. Now, with all of them being in jail, they all went on a mission at the same time, right? They got all kind of text messages. They got the setup. They got everything. Now he's going to be looked at like he's supposed to pay for all of them to get out of jail, for all of their lawyers. So that makes him, if he keeps it real, that means he starts off, he's going to have less money than when he started to go on that mission. Whenever they got in the car, he was doing better than he is now in all ways possible. They're fighting for the image. It's no image when it's really you. When you see dudes going out of their way to make people believe they're tough, to make people believe they're gangster and all that, chances is they was a lowercase somebody in their hood before they started this. Before the lights turned on, they was small. So now that the light is on them, they trying to make it look bigger than they is. I'm the big homie. I'm a gangster. I put in my own work and all that. Bro, you got a job. Man, I don't care if you're a rapper. You have a job. You're going to throw away the job for what? Hood notoriety? They don't bail people out with hood notoriety. They bail them out with money that you was getting from that legal job. And most of those dudes that went to jail, they ain't tell their families nothing, they include nobody in nothing. And if they would have got the lick, they wasn't sharing nothing. But all of those street niggas is going to jail, and they going to be calling who? A bunch of people with 9 to 5 jobs, asking for commissary, asking for visits, and getting mad at people that can't do all these things. This is how I look at it, man. The message is going to stay the same. These stories may change, but I see the connective tissue between all of it. It's the same. A lack of education, the big homies not being big homies. These dudes be having old dudes around them, and they be calling themselves the leaders because the old dude will fall right into place because he can eat off the plate. They out here facing a bad one, man. They go from single parents a lot of the times to going in the street and you find somebody to run under, and that person you find to run under, they misuse you. Not even if they trying, but they doing it the way somebody misused them, and somebody misused them, and there's grooming niggas for the streets. I don't want to groom nobody for the streets. Ain't nothing in the streets. I done watch brothers. I done watch cousins. Everybody. The street shit done tore families apart. The street shit is done, man. It's going to be a reoccurring thing that you hear me say a lot. It's done because it was a myth the whole time. Just the internet allows us to see there are more stories that mirror the shit that we going through in our hood. Because if we go through it in our hood, we think, damn, this niggas in the hood snitching. We don't think of niggas in Detroit or niggas in... No, the internet collectively allows you to see that it's the same shit everywhere. Idiots doing dumb shit. From the idiots who killed XXXTentacion. They seen him, thought they had the drop, ended up banging them. They got nothing and were in jail for how long? They got nothing. And they're in Florida doing the same thing that I said them niggas that's in Chicago is about to be doing. Relying on people with 9 to 5 jobs. Relying on people on welfare and all this other nonsense that already got it hard. You're going to be getting mad at them because they can't do for you. They wasn't doing for you when you was in the street. They didn't even know where the fuck you was. Speak about money, man. I want to talk about Adrian Broner. Another one. We're already talking about Floyd. Floyd made 1.4, whatever it was, $1 billion. And everything that come out about him is he's trending in the wrong way monetarily. Adrian Broner came from that camp. Adrian Broner wanted to be Floyd Mayweather. Of course, he didn't have the dedication. He drunk, the drugs, he going to jail, all that shit. But at one time, it looked like he was going to be a spitting image of Floyd. And now they both looking broke at the same time. See what I'm saying? They made it all about the money. Everything was about money. Their whole conversation was about money. And now both of them is online looking like fools without it. And furthermore, I want to talk about Adrian Broner because Adrian Broner is going out bad. And it goes to show ain't no friends in this shit, right? I don't know Dean DeGray. I never knew him before he started. He was with Rampage and got slapped twice. That's why I know him. That's where my engagement with the Dean dude started. I don't know nothing about him before that, right? But in no way am I going to see a black man that fried and keep putting him on camera so he could possibly destroy himself. Everything I've seen, sometimes I look at some people as a man. I look at a man and be like, damn, women think all men are like that? That's how I was looking at that. They talking about slapping women, like they're being aggressive with women on camera. They're damn near making all the women uncomfortable. For what? Likes? Shares? When did that become content? When did that become cool? I seen this dude, Dean the Great, girl walks up, she drunk, she touches his face, bitch, I beat the shit out you. When did that become cool? When did that become what you do for people to admire you? Because if we say that that's cool, we got to be ready for a bunch of young idiots to come up trying to do what they're doing, emulate what they're doing. It happened with Jackass. When you say bad behavior, when you monetize bad behavior, there will be more bad behavior. Because nobody wants to go to work. Even the people who like going to work don't want to go to work for their money. So if you telling these niggas I could call a bitch, I could slap, I could sexually harass, I could do all of this as long as it's on camera, it'd be seen as funny. That's an option now. I seen one of the young girls, she was streaming, tuned in shit for 2 minutes. Dude asked her what she used to do before she got into streaming. She said, oh, I had some jobs and I used to sell pussy. Her whole, everybody in her chat section is a kid. Everybody in her chat section is a kid. Right there, that becomes a viable option for kids. This is what I'm saying about me having the message that I have. My overarching message will always be for the kids. But sometimes there will be something for the people my age. There will be something that resonates with people that aren't kids. Right? There is nothing Akasanat does that resonates with adults. There's nothing Talil does that resonates with adults. All these, I don't even know the girls for the most part, but they stay on these shits with the boys. So I know they have a following in some way when they go back to their own shit, right? This is what's popular. But are you listening to the message that they're getting across? None of them is trying to tell kids about the business dealings they doing. I never heard none of that. The Nike and they doing shit with the NBA. How did you get to that point? I don't want to hear about no young girl selling pussy in front of a crowd of young girls. I don't want that. Nor do I want to see a man comparatively my age telling girls, here, beat the shit out of them because they don't want to have sex with them or have a conversation with them. I don't want to see that. That's not entertainment to me. Because we say a whole lot of shit. We try to adapt a bunch of notions, and it's starting to look like virtue signaling. Virtue signaling is you saying you're a better person, but you don't want none of the involvement in actually being a better person. These are the things that we should be like, yo, listen, youngin', that's not cool. Instead, you'll get a Kevin Hart to go over there and play it up with him because he's trying to appeal to a younger demographic because he got movies coming out. Instead of trying to tell him, listen, that particular thing, you should stop doing that on camera. Don't pull him to the side. Yo, that you did it on camera. That particular thing, that view, you shouldn't do more of that. This nigga is the singing to everybody in the room. But see, this is what I'm saying about having the nigga round. Most of these people is there for self, man. He's not there to teach nobody nothing. This man got kids. I guarantee he's teaching his children something. Why not share that information? But when he gets the chance to go in front of other people's kids, you're doing buffoonery, which legitimizes buffoonery. And now we on everybody, the Ricard, the young boy on there, you just cursing and doing wild shit, and now he got 15 million and he don't got to go to school. And so it's making bad shit an option. Terrible, disgusting things that nobody should do. And they're passing it off as, yo, I was just playing or it's just a skit. This shit is going to follow you for life, man. And it's going to have an impact on a bunch of impressionable kids who don't know your real story, don't know you not moving like this off camera. A lot of these dudes be rapping about shit they ain't not doing. A lot of these, but the kids don't know the difference. The kids don't know the difference. So when you see these people doing these things, you follow them into these habits and all of that, and they might not even be doing that, as evidenced by like Future with the mask off, Molly Percocet. Say he don't do none of that shit. but made a song about it. It was a hit. And what you see, niggas, Molly Percocet. I'm dropping the Percocet in my lane. You drugged out, and he not. 50 Cent did that with, what was it on the first album? I smoke every day. I smoke that good shit. Don't smoke. He doesn't smoke. He made a song to appeal to a group of people, and it was nothing, no factual, nothing in that. That's how you got to look at it. It's all entertainment, but if it's a message in it, soon as it conflicts with your morality, it's time to turn that shit off. Because it'll change your morality. It would allow you to let nonsense be your normal. And you don't need to let nonsense be your normal. We need to be steeped in reality, because that's how you're going to get the furthest. Living in reality, treating everything like it is what it is. Not what you want it to be, not what it could be. You got to look at this shit for what it is. When you see little boys acting crazy online and getting multi-million-dollar contracts, there will be more boys ready to do the same. When you say a little girl that's now streaming and she has a bunch of popularity, when she's asked what she used to do for money and she says selling pussy, there will be more pussy selling. I try to control the media that goes in and out of me based on my morality, what I think is cool, what I think there might be a message in, right? Sometimes I turn it off. Sometimes I do just want the nonsense, but then I'm going looking for nonsense. I'm going looking for, if I want nonsense from a movie, I'm going to Jim Carrey type shit. You always know where to find the nonsense. If I want to go to the nonsense, I'm going to the spot where everybody skips the pat down. Like you know where it's at all times. Just streamline it. If that's for you, stay over there. But stay out the way of the people who want the other shit. Stay out the way of people who want better. Don't hate on them. Don't talk. Act like they're invisible. Nothing. Just let them go on and do it the right way. Speaking of do it the right way, man, I'm seeing so many people send their kids off to college, man. That shit warms my heart. For real, man, because I don't remember a lot of us committing to nothing. We wasn't committing. Niggas was looking for jobs. Niggas had GEDs and all that shit, man. A lot of people got their kids off to college. They stayed the course. They parented their kids the whole time they was there, and now they get to see their kids off to college, and I think that's a beautiful fucking thing, man. Because they're going to be beyond their circumstances. And this is what I say about being in it and not of it. We don't control our circumstances. We don't control what we're born into. We don't control the location, the address, none of that. But you control how you interact with the environment. Me, myself, personally, I was in the environment. I was following the older dudes. I thought that's how you got the money. These kids now, I'm saying enough of them put their head down long enough all the way to make it out. And I think it's dope. Because those are going to be our young leaders, not these niggas going back and forth to jail, having the kids and all that. Now they going to be bigger than what their parents was, and they going to be a representation that proves that you can do better than your circumstances. And that's all we can hope for, to tell the truth, man. Because once you become a parent, that's kind of all it's about, man. Raising somebody who's going to be productive after you. That's it. Nobody wants to raise the loser. Nobody wants to raise, but most people through neglect. And it don't even be like the neglect you think it is, like you don't feed your kids, you don't dress your kids. Niggas that had the flyers, well-fed idiots on the block, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking to. So to see all of these kids accomplished and they on honor rolls and they're valedictorian and all that thing, that means they really locked in with through all of the things that other people say were distractions. They was in it and not of it. And I think it's a beautiful thing, man. So I want to say to everybody who sent the kid off the child, let's say in the last 5 years, man, because that would be the people that I'm around. That would be the people of my age group. Your kids is old enough to go to college and you got them all the way there. Success. has been reached for you. You don't stop being a parent and no shit like that, but you got them where they needed to be, man, to young adults and showing that they have the want to continue to go further in their education mean most likely a lot of them are going to pursue it all the way through, because that matters also. Not just going to college a year or two and saying I experienced it. If you can, go all the way. Walk across that stage, man. Your parents want it and you deserve it for all your hard work. So to everybody going, congratulations, but finish up. The job not done. The job is not done, man. Make your parents proud, make yourself proud, and go on to be a decent human, right? Now, I want to say, now we're going back to the streets real quick, right? Because there's been a reoccurring thing in Brooklyn and in all neighborhoods, right, where we have young black men. The leader of the Bed-Stuy bully gang sentenced to prison, right? The leader of the Bed-Stuy bully gang. A bunch of people sitting in jail for going at it with black people their whole life. Shot at, beef with, fought other black people until white people put you in jail for the rest of your life. 60 years is what that man got for his role, his leadership in the Bed-Stuy bully gang. Now, a lot of people going to say that and say he stood on business. He took his time like a champ, all that. They're going to say all that. He didn't snitch, and that's cool. He didn't snitch. He took his lick, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's what I feel. That's accountability. It ain't snitching. I did this. I'm not going to put it on nobody else. I'm not going to say they did it. Yeah, there's some respect had in that. But there's also respect in never being in a position where you have to be a real nigga by accepting 60 years. There's other ways, man. There's a lot of shit that man ain't going to be able to do. And it's going to be a lot of niggas that don't want to go to jail, don't want to do shit to go to jail, saying he a real nigga for being in jail. Then why don't you go? Why don't you go? Listen, man, anybody getting 60 years at any age, it's terrible. Terrible. Whether he gives some time back or whatever, he's still going to have to do at least half that, which is still terrible. But this is what we lock ourselves into when we lock ourselves in them streets, when we lock ourselves in the street rules. Yeah, you the biggest stepper, niggas is telling. And if niggas ain't telling, you got caught on camera. It's no getting away, man. I said it episodes ago, I understand that there's an underworld. I understand that. But niggas that ain't in that underworld, because a lot of niggas got 1 foot out and 1 foot in, that mean you fake. And what I mean by that is you saluting niggas for going to jail and you ain't doing shit to go to jail. That's the worst 1 foot out and 1 foot in. Because my feet is all the way out. I ain't doing nothing to go to no jail. If something happened in the moment, I got to defend myself and all that, yeah, it's going to kick up and it's going to be what it's going to be. But going out of my way for nothing? Because saying I got ops? We went over this op thing. What make a nigga your op? And not only is he in jail, a bunch of other people who is in jail. So that's the only thing we could get together to do, go to jail? If I said $25, right, between X amount of people, let's say 15 people, to start something, to put our money, pool our resources into doing something, that would be the hardest $25 per person ever. But gangs pool their resources to send money to the big homies. To the big homies. Niggas be fucked up in the streets, will get fucked up if they don't bring money for the big homies. That's street shit. That's the new street shit. Because the streets I came in, the Decepticons was a gang, but not like this shit. Not like what we got now. Everything is gang shit. When you look at all of the violence in the street, a lot of it, when you get back to the root of it, is gang shit. So it's becoming oppressive and stifling to every community that's ours. Not nobody else's. And everybody talk about protecting the community. You got niggas be talking to kids, talking about all this revolutionary shit and all this. You're lying, my nigga. You're destroying the community. You're the reason for all the fucked up energy in the community. I ain't putting no fucking tag on that, whether Crip, blood. I'm talking about all of it at this point. Because I'm sure the bully gang was affiliated with another gang, and it's a code word or a subset or some shit of another gang that's already established. I'm sure of it. All this shit is leading our kids to graveyards, man. All of the kids is going to graveyards early because the streets has a bigger hold on them than their parents. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up, but there's a negligence associated in our community with being born to a single mother. I seen a post. I probably put the post, if I could find it, with this video. It's basically a man saying that if you have sons, they shouldn't have privacy inside of your house because your house could be turned into a stash box for drugs, guns, and any of that shit. Now, while he's saying that, I don't know this man from nowhere, right? Never seen him before or nothing. But I was the kid that he was talking about that had drugs and guns and all that shit in my mom's crib without her knowing it. That's a form of negligence. This is your home. If they kick in the door, you're on the lease. This is your spot as the parent. They take the crib because of your kid having all these guns. Why you didn't know your kid had all these guns? Why you didn't know? Because you gave that kid too much leniency, in my opinion. That kid was me. So when I seen this man saying this, I'm like, yo, you know what? That's a fucking fact. We had drugs in there. We had guns in there. I ain't never need to go running nobody to get no grips because I had the grips. Right under my 3-bed, my wood bed with the 3 drawers you pull out. Guns. I was 14, 15. I went to jail when I was 16, so this was all before that. I'm talking 14, 13 to like 17. There's guns in the crib. We there. She didn't know. But I can also tell you from being there and living through it, my mom wasn't paying attention to me in the way she should have. Nor what she had to my sister. It is what it is. That's the past. But this is the truth. So I could understand the negligence that allows these kids to turn into criminals. Not having somebody who has a plan for them on their back governing the way they're moving, the way they're growing. You're supposed to be carrying the kid like a bonsai. You're supposed to be in control of the growth. Yeah, they're going to have their spaces where you got to give them their time for their individuality to develop and for them to use some of the information you give them. But as much as you can, you're supposed to guide their steps. The streets was guiding my steps. I thought I need guns I didn't need. Bullets I didn't need. We had bullets. So it wasn't like we was going to run out of nothing. Whole armory at the spot. She didn't know it. Now, where she could say, my moms could pop out and say, well, that didn't happen, or this ain't true, or my homeboys could tell you shit. So there's always going to be a space where if you don't cultivate and mold the kid into what you want them to be, there will be other programming that's molding them into something you don't know. My mother can't say she knew me. Because I was wearing a mask to come back and be family, I'm going to cookouts and all that shit. She don't know. The grip is on me. Because I got other shit going on in the street. Or I got it on me and ain't got shit going on in the street. It's just on me because I'm a stupid young nigga. But she didn't know. What I'm saying is always put yourself in a position to know who your child is growing into. Because where I could give credit for everybody who stuck through and made it to get their kid all the way to college, I could also go on the other side and criticize the niggas who kids keep finding their way in the jail cells. There's a form of neglect there that has to be acknowledged. That's it. It's not me being slanderous. It's me acknowledging from the position that I was in, what I lived through, what most of my homeboys lived through. These was 14, 15. If I wasn't there in my crib, I could hit another 14, 15-year-old, son, I need the hammer. It's such and so going on out here, and get it. So I'm talking about multiple cribs that was, we wasn't dealing with the same mother and all was dealing with the same type of shit in the crib. Just something worth thinking about is all I'm saying, man, because these kids, sometimes it's the kids. Sometimes kids are fuckers, but sometimes kids are dealing with a lot from the house. Then they dealing with a lot from the streets. And if you don't know nothing about none of it, man, you can't help them through none of it. You can't help them guide them through none of it. You can't help them get away from none of it. So I'm urging everybody, man, if you got young boys, man, stay on them, man. Stay on them. Stay on these young girls too, man. Stay on these young girls. Both of them need it, but these young boys is out there killing people, man. And it ain't no coming back. Every time something like that hurt, and it's two families that's hurt. The family of the kid that's going away and the family of the kid that died, man. It's no winners. It's no winners. There's no winning in that. It's no winning in you got to, if you catch a man down and nobody know now, man, you got to run for the rest of your life. Niggas be acting like it's cool. Oh, I got 7 bodies and all that shit. Yeah, all right. But then when you go to jail, I didn't know. Oh, my God, the conditions of the jail. Now, if you a monster, go be a monster, my nigga. But it's kids that just want to walk around, just want to go to a park without being shot. Just 2 weeks ago, they got a video of a 15-year-old boy pistol whipped and shot. Pistol whipped and shot by other boys comparatively his age. I just told y'all I was that boy. Not pistol whipping because I was never on no bully shit with my shit. I was on some street shit through and through. If you was in the street like me, it was open field, but nobody. These kids is out here on some gangster shit with little kids. Little kids just in the park getting pistol whipped for what? That was never my MO. That was something I was never cool with, man. I told y'all on the other episode why I started gang banging. That's where the street shit start for me. With shit getting, the Bloods brought the oppression to the community, and I chose not to be oppressed, and I chose to fight that. That's what my shit was about. Listen, man, I've been that kid, and there's a kid I want to talk about, right? And wrapping all of this up and just, I want to send a RIP to Jamel Davis. This is something I wanted to do. I really didn't do it online because I seen a lot of people rush to raise him up when his partner, Grinder, I'm going to put that in there, his partner, Grinder, had a post about a week before he passed that said your community ain't going to raise you up, your community ain't going to support you, the support is going to come from outside. And then he passed, I think that next Sunday, and everybody was talking about Jamel and his music was everywhere. People went back in the archives and they was reposting old stuff and all that. But it wasn't happening when he was alive. It wasn't happening when he was alive. Some of these people would be in a different position. If his craft was so good that you could repost it now, you could have did it when he was alive. And his whole positioning in this world probably would have never put him in position to have gone out the way he gone out. And what I was just talking about the parenting and all that shit, that comes back to even his situation. I seen a post on Facebook or something where they was discussing it. I think one of his family members was going off, which is right. and somebody said his father didn't like him and his mother didn't like him. That's fucked up parenting that created the man who went on to become a killer. These kids need attention. Now, as somebody who is a very erratic teen, I know how these stressors go. A lot of times you have tension with your mother that don't even need to be there. A conversation could clear up all that shit. But sometimes the tension builds in the house and somebody else could step into a house that is tension filled and it end up going badly. Jamelin deserved to die. Synthera had a lot more life to live. He was out here with his kids. He making music videos with his kids. He was teaching his kids how to be in the studio. He was helping his homeboys. Just before he passed, he had a big song that was streaming. He had a video where he was going through the projects where he was from, giving people canned goods and things of that nature. And these posts didn't get the respect that they were supposed to get. He was trying in every way to be the person he is seeing at right now in his death. But while he was living to see it, he was trying to be that. So, in wrapping this up, man, I want to say, don't wait till nobody gone to support him. Don't wait till nobody gone to love him. Because then that's more about you. That's more about you. His passion should have been about him. And a lot of people did I was just with you yesterday, bro, and all that. Sometimes you got to let a family grieve. Let a family take the forefront and being sick over their family member. Or people who had day-to-day interactions with them. I sent my condolences to the family because when I started school, this is the family I've known since I started school. I'm 43. Jamel, Aisha, Howie, Ski. These are people I knew, not even in close proximity, just I knew them from the time we started school. So these are people I never had a problem with, never had an issue with. So I look at them as brothers and sisters, and their pain it should take front stage over everybody acting like they love their brother now. The people that are still here love each other now, man. If you ain't got no reason to, you ain't got no reason to. I get that. But if you love somebody, if you care about what somebody is doing, try to help them elevate what they're doing. Also, if you got a kid that's going through something, there are no bad kids. These kids went through stuff. Even if you don't see it from your perception as them going through nothing, you don't control how their perception works. Ask them what they're going through. Try to figure out how you can help if you care about helping. Because if you ask the question, how are you doing, you also have to care when they tell you. These kids need some help, and the black community needs some help in recognizing that they need to support people before they get up out of here, man. Synthera was trying for a long time with his Upper Gang Entertainment. He merged that with Upper Grind. They were dudes doing music and staying in that community and trying to be a part of that community, doing great things for their community. It's great that everybody respected him, but he should have been here to see it. He should have been able to feel the love, because that's when it matters most, because that's what pushes artists. Knowing that people are resonating with the thing that you're putting out. Let the next person, now because he passed and you got to see everybody retroactively give him love and play his music and all of these things. Now when you see somebody, if you vibe with them, let them know. I try to tell everybody, if my brothers got on something fly, nah, that shit fly. If you doing something that's up with positive, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to extend. I'm always trying to do something to help. It's no hate in a positive lifestyle. You can't do it. In a positive lifestyle, there can't be no hate. I'm raising people up now. Everybody, if you're a good parent, I'm telling you now. If you're a good friend, I'm telling you now. If you're a style of dress, I'm telling you now. Not when you die. because that ain't me. I want you to know. I don't want to virtue signal and act like I was just with you yesterday, nigga. I'm the nigga that's gonna be really hurt when my people leave. But when my people leave, all of them is gonna know I thought the world of them for the shit that they was doing. This is why I don't want to be around nothings. I want to be around people that I could tell that thing that you doing is dope. That idea you got is worth it. Do it while you living, man. That's all I want to say. And with that, listen, before we get out of here, I seen on Let's Rap About It podcast, if you get to episode 20, you're in the 1% of podcasters, and I just got to the 1%, goddammit. As always, like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all. Peace. And we'll be back with another one soon, man. We line them up. Got more interviews coming, more dope people. Stay tuned. Peace and love, man. Later.